All right, let everything kind of settle in. I'm gonna be moving up, changing move sets. We're not gonna go into. Not going into doing art, even though I would like to. Honestly, probably should. Actually, hold up. I don't want to move things because things are gonna get moved around. Okay. Probably will move things around, but still. You know what? Let me see how much of my art I actually want to work on. Give me like a little bit of a moment here. Oh yeah, I'm so fixing this. Hold up. I am so fixing this. All right. Okay. Actually, I want to do something like that. Not that. Okay. I could work with that. Okay. I can still work with that. Probably bring it down a smidge. Let's say not there. About bam, something like that. Something like that. We'll fix this up, make it a little bit bigger. Then we can get rid of that. The blue can change to like a different color. Okay. And yeah, okay, so let's see. Nope. Okay, let's give it up like that much. Nah, I think that's too much right there. Actually, let me see something here. Nope. Angled it wrong. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think it might have to be here. Actually, it'll be like actually somewhere around here. So boop boop boop. Actually, boop boop. Then it'd be like right there, then it come down like right there. Actually, it doesn't even have to be anything more than just like that. And actually, no, I got a better idea. So it's like, better idea is this. Give me a moment. Something like that. And then if I need to, I can kind of like get rid of like some things over here. Things like that. Yeah. Okay, okay. I am digging this so far. I know not the stream you came here for, but it is gonna be something I'm gonna work on. Okay. I'll mess with it more, probably like bring it down and reshape it, but we should be fine there. All right. So you put, well, actually, I don't know if people did see my champions, whatever from earlier. No. Okay, hold up. Everything keeps getting pulled over because whenever I change channels and such. Okay. Okay. At this point, I'm actually just trying to pull up my analytics. Oh, someone actually likes my Pokemon. Whatever. Nice. Okay. With that there, now we can kind of like focus down on, I guess, well, let's see. Analytics. How do I, content, there we go. I mean, getting up there, slowly but surely. Does this tell me which of my, oh well, YouTube is recommending my content, so that's fine. It's in the suggested videos, the browse feature, YouTube search. Nothing's direct. Well, some of it is direct, but that's fine. Oh, okay, so it's 1+1 from a live stream. Okay, that's fine. Kind of want to see like the analytics, so I'll probably parse that all on my own. All right. Okay, everything's gonna be all over the place, but that's fine. Okay. Do I want to change out Raichu's moves? I think I may want to change out Discharge for something, but I don't know what. I really don't know what I'm going to change out Raichu's moves for. Okay. I know I'm changing out Diggersby. At least one of the moves. Audino. Okay. What are my biggest threats in this game? what are the biggest threats that realistically I need to account for? So if you watch my videos, you'll notice that it is a dual mega team with Mega Lopunny, Mega Audino, with Azumarill, Diggersby, Mousehold, and Raichu. Azumarill and Diggersby are basically the powerhouses. Especially Azumarill with Belly Drum. Once Belly Drum gets off, that's it. Off to the races. Diggersby is just a monster. Takes advantage of basically high damaging moves. But I'm trying to... If I were to figure this out, right? So, Lopunny I have figured out. We have Drain Punch, Encore, Fake Out, Triple Axle. It works fine. Pair it with Raichu, pair it with Azumarill, and I set up. I basically just set up my sweepers. Mousehold is there for like basically support, and if they want to protect, go into a feint. If I want to ensure a KO. Audino, I'm having some trouble with. Diggersby, I want to change out the move. I really do. Raichu, I may change out Discharge for something. And I think that's where... Okay. So, if I bring Audino, what threatens? Steel, Poison. Which means I need a Psychic. I have a Ground in Diggersby. So what would I need? I would need, let's say, Psychic just in case, because there is Venusaur, and Venusaur is weak to like Psychic moves. Actually, that's something this is something I gotta look up right now. Because it could come up. This is something that could come up that I don't think may come up. Okay. Oh no, that's Mega. Okay. Okay. How do people normally... Do I have a Venusaur? I do. This is just something I have to check now. I have to check how often people build Venusaur, like what stats they build Venusaur towards. Okay, so it seems HP and defense. Okay, so 148 is your max defense. So do people build in just HP and special? Okay. Because I had an idea, and the idea was Size Shock. So, obviously your special defense is gonna be like, if you do this, through the roof. You know, okay. They maybe throw points into speed. I don't know. Okay, actually, what's the nature people go for? Calm. So people go for Calm to raise that special defense. And then throw everything into... Okay. So let's say... This is gonna be it, right? Let's say they do Calm or they do Modest. We'll do Calm because I have to actually adjust. So 13%. Okay. So basically what I'm working with right now is that, let's say 13, 17, 21, there's not a lot that throws into defense, so I think Side Shock could work. Because I believe you're either going speed to outspeed things in Sun. Because I think you would want to outspeed Lopunny. So my guess would be this is the norm. This would be my guess. My guess would be like this is the norm. So instead of taking that special defense into account, I could take the defense into account. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not building Venusaur, I'm trying to understand stats. So if I were to Side Shock, because this is a move I'm considering. If I were to Side Shock, actually, another thing would be like Fire Punch. Unless they Mega. If they Mega, then that's where everything kind of falls apart. I can also do Fly, or like a flying move, Bounce. Because I'm truly trying to cover for this Venusaur. Because that is the one thing I am constantly seeing. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, so let's because okay, I can again, this is what becomes very challenging and very difficult. Because right now, Diggerbee doesn't have anything for like defenses and is reliant on just like Okoing everything. So, we'll do physicals for now. Okay, all the physical moves. Giga Impact that can do tremendous damage. But leaves me so vulnerable. Especially a huge power Giga Impact. Actually, I think I have a standard, and that's Mega Lopunny. Actually, it won't be like 200 attack. Okay, I can probably try this. I know I can do Mega Kick. That'll be a good, because I'm gonna be realistic. As much as I like Quick Attack, it can be good. It is more detrimental because it does relatively low damage and is only good for like a quick kill. So, could do Trailblaze. Increases my speed, but it's Fire Punch is another move. Again, we could do Bounce if we're afraid of the grass types. I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. We could do Rock Tomb, Rock Slide, Stone Edge. Seems like the more power we get, the more it's gonna miss. Yeah. Maybe Rock Tomb is all that's needed for Okay. So another thing I could do. These are things I can do because I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of funny that way. I could do Ice Punch, I could do Super Power for those steel types that threaten. Okay, this is gonna be something. We can either do Super Power, we can do Hammer Arm. I wouldn't mind a Hammer Arm because even though I'm lowering my speed, I'll be in Trick Room, so that's not much of, that's actually more of a benefit. then a hindrance. Superpower is accurate, but lowers attack and defense by 1 stage, and I need my attack. Brick Break just to bypass Light Screen Reflex and Aurora Veils, because there is the ice types on the teams that love those things. But then again, if they're doing that, then well, okay, I think we'll try with Hammer Arm. We'll change Rock Slide. Do I want to change Rock Slide? Is going to be the question. Because we could change Rock Slide to like Rock Tomb. Still have enough to kill the Charizard. Or again, I can do Bounce. 85 accuracy. That's what's like pushing me right now. Damn. You know what? We'll keep Rock Slide for now. If I need to change it, I'll change it. Okay. Before we change Audino, because I think Audino is the one that needs the biggest change. So we have Hammer Arm for the steel types. It's also good against normal, steel, rock. Before I do that, normal, steel, rock, ice. Am I missing anything? No. Actually, something I will do, because so I know type matchups. Like, I know type matchups. I just don't know full coverage. Like, it's I'm getting to the point where it's like hard to just kind of keep up. Okay. Okay. So let me see. Fighting. Time to the normal. Yeah. Oh, and dark. I forgot about dark. Okay. So that covers 5. Covers 5. It covers normal, ice. Ice is the big one. Rock. Potentially another big one. Dark. That's Tyranitar. Steel. That's Duraludon. And I already ignored Duraludon, so that's fine. Then we have Rock Slide. Rock, which is good against, again, fire. It's also good against ice, so I'm doubling down into ice. Flying, bug. So basically another 3 types, so basically 8 types. Then ground, which gets fire, electric, poison, rock, and steel. So I'm basically doubling down into... Am I doubling down into steel? Yes, I'm doubling down into steel. I'm doubling down into rock. So I might get rid of the fighting move. Does it? Ground doesn't get ice, right? No. Okay, so I would need fire then. So like I'll still double down into, yeah, because the only other, oh, ice actually hits super effective. Damn, this actually puts me in a very awkward spot. Because I want as much coverage as possible. Like, I want as much coverage as possible, but ideally, I don't want a lot of overlap. Okay, let me see what you actually get in terms of moves. Okay. And filter, move category, physical. Okay. You do get Iron Head and Iron Tail, which goes into ice, goes into rock, and goes into fairy. I'm not afraid of fairy because fairy would only actually really hurt dragon, dark, and fire. So only hurts my only hurts. Who does it only hurt? It only hurts Lopunny. So dark. Dark only hits psychic and ghost. But I don't get a lot of that's the big thing. There's not a lot of dark moves I get. So we already did fighting. Ice goes into grass, ground, flying, dragon. What else goes into flying? Electric and rock. Damn it. Okay. Then we have, what else you get? You get poison, and it's only good against grass and fairy. Okay, so what's good against Venusaur? So Venusaur is poison grass. Fire goes into it. What does grass do? This fighting and poison and bug and fairy. They don't have an overlapping weakness, do they? Okay, let's look up grass poison. Okay, so you don't have... There's not a lot to do then. Because grass and poison is basically fire, ice, flying, and psychic. Okay, you know what? We'll do Fire Punch. We can do Fire Punch, change it out. Hey, what's up? I'm trying to figure out movesets right now. Actually, let me just do this. I forgot I wasn't big screen. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out movesets. Let's see. Fire kills grass. Honestly, this is getting to like this is getting to a point of I don't know what to truly do, and I think that puts me in like a very awkward position. Okay. We'll do it like that. Azumarill is fine. Raichu, I want to change Discharge out for something. Move category, special. Okay, so we can give you Grass Knot Surf, Electric moves, Focus Blast, and Alluring Voice. Huh. We can also give you Dazzling Gleam. How does this help me? Instead of Discharge hitting actually, we can do that. Because you are faster and you would hit, let's say, Dark and Dragon, and actually do damage against Dragon that isn't just Thunderbolt. Okay. So with Aldino, okay, Aldino, we can actually get rid of Dazzling Gleam because even if we Mega, it doesn't have the damage output. It can still effectively do something. Okay, let's see. Who is being on the team? Who am I putting Aldino with? Aldino's with Digger's Bean, who has Fire Punch, Rock Slide, High Horsepower. You are keeping Trick Room. You are keeping Life Dew. We can probably swap out. I'm gonna be honest. Dazzling Gleam can be swapped out. Special. Okay. No, that's fine. So right now there is like a sort of like a meta in the game. I know what the meta is. Like I do have like an idea of the meta, and I can basically go through like battle data here. I could go to battle data, see which Pokemon are used in doubles. So like Sneasler, Garchomp, Incineroar, King Gambit, Basculegion, Sinistcha, Aerodactyl, Charizard, Archaladon, Pelipper. We'll go like top 20. Probably was. But yeah, like I'm gonna go to like top 20 and basically pick it out from there, because everything kind of follows the same suit. Maybe like top 30, because everything kind of like something switches around, but a lot of these are just kind of like whatever. Like this is what Sneasler, like this is like everything Sneasler goes for. These are everything like this Sneasler goes for. And then these are its teammates. This is actually really good data to go with. So like Sneasler is like number 1. It's on almost every team. Garchomp, same thing. It has Earthquake, Rock Slide, Dragon Claw, Protect. Some people go for Scale Shot, Stomping Tantrum, and then Swords Dance. But these are like the moves it goes for. Sometimes it's Choice Scarf. It could be a couple of others. Again, these are the teammates. It's always it's either it's mostly Adamant, but sometimes can be Jolly. And again, no bulk. Like they just no bulk this thing. Incineroar is everywhere. These are always like the 4 moves. Just maybe with Will-O-Wisp, maybe with Snarl, but those are always like the 4 moves. always with a citrus. Teammates are these guys for the most part. Basically everybody. It's always going to be careful just to raise that special defense, and it's bulky. It's most likely going to be bulky, but people do switch it around every so often. And it's always going to have intimidate. It's never going to have blaze. It's always intimidate. Like same thing, right? Same thing as we go along. Rapper is actually getting up there, which is like a pain in the ass, but not something I can't deal with. Let me go back to the battle data because I literally just forgot everything again. Okay. Fighting poison, so psychic kills you. I basically kill you with triple axle. I can kill you in any different way. I'm not too worried about you. King Gambit, any fighting type move does it in. Basculesian has like a plethora of weaknesses. Grass, lightning, grass, electric, dark, and ghost. Sinistra, again, same thing, except it's fire, ice, flying. It basically Sinistra is just like it's going to die. Aerodactyl, again, ice. It's all a matter of like how scared am I of certain Pokemon, right? Charizard is weak to rock. Our Charizard has like, again, plethora of weaknesses except for fire. So you can hit it with fighting, you can hit it with ground. I don't think you can hit it for ice, but you can maybe not dragon either, but yeah. Rotom Wash. I can't hit it for electric, so your only weakness is grass. I think this is where like everything kind of stops. I have to take into account Rotom. I can hit you with ice, that's fine. I can also hit you with poison. Floette, poison. I think Venusaur is the only thing that really like messes me up. Okay. Alright, keep Dazzling Beam on you. You'll be able to handle Dragon, Dark, and Fighting. You handle everything else. You have Fairy, so you can really like let go of the Fairy. Okay. If I had other people who actually play the game here, they can possibly tell me what I can do. Actually, this doesn't seem like a bad idea. Shadow Ball. Does anybody have like an ice type move? I can do possibly Ice Beam or Icy Wind. Potentially a Blizzard. Solar Beam does nothing unless I have the Sun. You also have Grass now, which will actually hit the How afraid of Rotom am I? It's always gonna be Rotom Wash, because that's what my team is really weak to. Nah, I don't think I do it because like it's if Rotom's not heavy, so this is doing nothing. For all of that, I'd rather give the grass coverage to yeah, we'll do Ice Beam. Yeah, because like I'd rather give grass coverage to you, even though it'll raise your speed. You being able to take on Rotom would actually be beneficial. And then, given enough time, you can actually start outspeeding other things. So that's not a bad call, really. And then I can always turn off Trick Room. Okay. And I think that's how I want it. So you have Dazzling Gleam in case I don't have well, you aren't really going to do Play Rough unless I know you can take a hit. That's gonna be the biggest thing. What are other... There's not a lot you can get. If this was the other, like, if this was a Alolan Raichu and it's... This is the thing, right? If this was a Alolan Raichu, I can do so much. Okay. Because you have Sash, we can actually just, like, give you that amount of special. Okay. So like we can also do Alluring Voice, but I don't think that's necessary. Focus Blast, not necessary. Electro Ball, not necessary. Yeah, there's just not a lot you can get. Because you only get Fairy Fighting, Electric, and... like, I am at... Again, if this was the other Raichu, and I'm liking... Here's the thing, right? I do like Lightning Rod, but it might be grab a Alolan Raichu, because it can actually effectively deal with more things. Because it gets Psychic, which will then deal with Poison and Fighting types. Actually still deals with Fighting types, funny enough. I gotta see what the other Raichu gets. Because I can't justify giving like Grass Knot. You kind of take care of everything, and Surf just doesn't. It feels like Surf doesn't do much, so I think we're good here. And if I do the same thing with the other Raichu, honestly, the other Raichu might be better, but let me see what it can get. Because basically it gets Psychic. And it might just be swap out the Raichus. Because again, if I do this, you still get all that power. We have 2 more points we can put in. Put it into HP. If we do, let's say, not quiet, timid. Yeah, we could do modest. And again, you get upper hand. Oh no, I think the other Raichu as well. Yeah, because like you get like you get the same electric moves. Focus Ash, but you now get Psychic. Like just psychic, expanding force, size, shock, psychic noise, storage power. But I add an extra weakness to myself. An extra few weaknesses, I should say. And I believe that is, if I look at the type matchup, like psychic dies to bug, ghost, and dart. There are a lot of ghosts in the game. Actually, are there a lot? I think it's only Basic Legion that's like the threat. And I have Sash, so I can kind of like go after that without any impunity. Yeah, I think we could do it like that. Okay. Okay. You can deal with Ghost, you can deal with Psychic, you can't deal with normal types because of Shadow Ball. But that's where other things come in. Like, okay, what are like some of the mons I'm... Okay, let me see if I can't give you something else that deals with Ghost. I mean, not Ghost, Dark types. Throw, Chop, and Fling. You know, it'd be funny to Throw Chop a Giraffe. It'd be really funny to Throw Chop a Giraffe. Actually, this sounds funny, and it is funny. Basically, if I can like Throat Chop, like, okay, Throat Chop, Gardevoir, Sylveon, Farafrig, because at that point they can no longer do Hyper Voice, and the Drampa no longer doing Hyper Voice, Como-O no longer doing Clangorous Soul or Scales. It's too funny, but I'm gonna have to work. Okay, we'll work it like this. This Raichu. How often am I seeing electric attacks? To be honest, not that often. So I think we'll do it like that, and we'll see how it goes from here. Because instead of having Dazzling Gleam, I now have Psychic, which could work more in my favor. I don't get an ability, but that is fine. It's there mostly for Fake Out. So let's see how this goes. Sorry if this was like too long. Okay. Okay. What do I do here? Let's see here. It depends on what you lead. Depending on what you lead, you lead Sneasler just for the Fake Out. What else do you lead? Probably Typhlosion. Okay, I'm having a hard time deciding. So like I can lead Raichu Lopunny. Raichu Lopunny, We go Azumarill and Mousehold. Because if I feel threatened by anything, this is basically what it's gonna be, right? If I feel threatened by anything, Raichu can pick something up, or Lopunny, depending on what we do here. Garchomp Milotic. Okay. Garchomp Milotic, that's fine. So we fake out. It's just Scarf. I know Milotic has leftovers. It's just a Scarf Garchomp. If this is not Scarf, if this is so fake out into Garchomp. If it's Scarf, then it no longer goes fast, and then it gets KO'd. And then I'm not worried about that. So in other words, free turn. Okay, that works for me. A free turn. I get KO on the Garchomp, which is a scary threat, but not that scary. I'm more scared of the Milotic because, unfortunately, it actually can burn me. And I don't need Lopunny being burned. So now we have Typhlosion. Typhlosion is probably Scarfed. So Typhlosion is most likely Scarfed. So we bring back and we do Azumarill, who can probably tank an explosion, because that's what Typhlosions are known for. Explosions. Or eruption, my bad. Known for eruptions. So we double resist that. I'm gonna eat a Scald. No, I'm not. And now we can basically either Thunderbolt here or give it a Typhlosion. We basically Thunderbolt there, Typhlosion dies because I believe it's frail. So it goes down to a single Aqua Jet. Correct me if I'm wrong, for those who actually know math. Okay. Charizard. Ooh, that's fun. So Charizard takes an Aqua Jet. Charizard takes an Aqua Jet. You take a Thunderbolt. Life Dew? Okay, that's fine. I am fine with this. Reason why I'm fine with this is because I can do Thunderbolt here. I can do Play Rough here. Thunderbolt over Charizard. Play Rough on Milotic. I get the KO on Charizard. Or you protect Charizard and I deal significant damage to Milotic. One of the two happens. How do you go first? How do you go before my Raichu? Oh, that is bullshit. So you train that Charizard into speed. Still goes down. But you train that Charizard for speed. Then you do another Life Dew, which doesn't matter because Charizard went down because I'm faster. Then we bring out Lopunny. We fake out the Typhlosion that's gonna come out. The Typhlosion cannot do anything. It will never have Protect. It will always have basically big damage. I bombard you. We double into this Typhlosion here. Double into Typhlosion. Because at this point, I'm no longer scared of my Milotic. And the Typhlosion is not going to be able to do anything. Because Fake Out with Scrappy goes through Ghost typing. Major damage, and now it goes down. Okay, reducing speed, that's fine. So we'll protect Raichu. We'll Drain Punch the Typhlosion. But I still believe you still click Eruption even if you. Cause like yeah, protect the Raichu. Eruption does nothing. I punch it in the face. And then that's that. So now I can start doing, basically my Milotic is just all alone. That's fine. We Thunderbolt here, bring out Mouthhold just because. Because if we can get a Fake Out, then we can. Like it'll be Lopunny go away. Thunderbolt the Milotic. Back down. And then we do Thunderbolt, and then we Thunder Wave, or yeah, you forfeit because there's not a lot you can do here. Okay. Yeah, because like Lightning Rod is like a hit or miss kind of ability. If they have an electric type, it's a hit. If they don't, it's a miss. So that works out the way I want it to work out. That's basically what goes on in my head in a lot of these games. Me trying to figure out what do I do. Okay, now this matchup. This looks like a Trick Room team. Could be wrong. Could be it very much well could be Trick Room. I actually have to check on Mr. Rhyme actually. Keep that up because I'm gonna need that. Mr. Rhyme. You locked your shit in way too fast. Okay. Okay, so Mr. Rhyme is faster, so if I get my Trick Room off, Lopunny won't be able to do much. You have a fire move, right? No, you have a grass move. So yeah, actually we can do this. Diggersby, Azumarill, and do I need Raichu for anything? We'll go Raichu just in case. It'll go faster. It will be faster, but effectively, as soon as I'm done with the trick room, I can kind of lead into my faster mons. Okay. We can shadow ball actually into this slot and protect here. Because either one of two things happen. You fake out Ordinal thinking it's gonna set up trick room. Actually, I should have read that first. You fake out Ordinal because of trick room. Because you don't go after Diggersby even though it has more power. Or you go after Diggersby. I guess wrong. Parish Song. Okay, I see what it is. It's a Parish Trap team. It's a good thing I did this first. Okay, so I see what we're doing now. So we're gonna do this. We are going high horsepower into this slot over here. Because you're gonna protect, yep. Classic trick room, protect over here, parting shot. Yep. Parting shot, you bring out, it's not going to die. That's the biggest thing, it is not going to die. But what this is going to allow me to do, because it's going to be 2 turns, and I am now slower than both Mons, which means I go after Gengar here. Like, I go after Gengar, because unless it gets the double protect off, it does nothing. Double into the Gengar, and then switch out next turn. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. Actually, is it fine? Yes, it is. Perfectly fine. Which means Parish Trap no longer works. And 2 of your Mons are dangerously low. And this is fine. Why is this fine? Because now I have the biggest upper hand here. Like, I can bring out Diggersby and actually annihilate something. Same thing with Ordinal. I can bring out Ordinal. Actually, I can go into so much here. Because Play Rough can go effectively into that. I can also just go into that, but I think Play Rough is going to be the play here. Actually, we can do Belly Drum here. And then killed Mr. Rhyme. Actually, no, okay. I forgot about Ally Switch. But yeah, we can kill Mr. Rhyme here. Who's, named Mr. Crime. Do a belly drum here. I resist both attacks. And now, and I avoid the attack. So now we're in a very advantageous position where you cannot keep me trapped in parish because you literally forget how a lot of my stats work. So we can go here, go over here, you either protect or you perish. That thing is dead. That thing is dead. I like the set I have now with Aldino, who can now challenge the ghost types into doing things. And then I have Azumarill here who threatens. And this is gonna be the big thing, right? Azumarill here threatens. So we can protect here. We can just go Shadow Ball here. You only have one fake out. Who do you fake out? And it's most likely gonna be the Azumarill because it's the biggest threat. Azumarill being the biggest threat. And then Aldino here eats those. So now we can effectively do this, set up a trick room, and be fine. Because you protect Gengar. Mon over here does nothing, because even if it tries something, it's going down. And now I set up a trick room. A damage may be half, but you allowed trick room to go up. Which means there is not much you can do in this scenario. I win. Thank you, Aldino, for your entire service. You have been a major help. Raichu, I'm sorry. You had to go down for this fight. That's fine. Ooh, that was a critical. Okay, that is fine. You go down. Aldino avoided the attack. And burn. And there we go. Yeah, the ghost typing, the ghost coverage actually helped. Trick Room into the ghost coverage helped. And also being able to switch out, because I knew exactly what he wanted to do. He was hoping that Mr. Rhyme gets KO'd. This was the hope, right? Mr. Rhyme gets KO'd, he brings back Gengar, protects one more turn, Parish dissipates. But he hit me with an Intimidate, a Parting Shot, and Intimidate, which really lowered my attack, which made it really difficult for him to like do anything. So he messed up his Parish trap. And that right there was the problem. either way, because of how he did that, I wasn't getting the KO and I was getting my swap outs. And then Raichu just ate the hits. So even though Raichu had to be a sacrificial rodent, unfortunately, it allowed for the rest of the team to basically take the win. Do I really want Shadow Ball though? I'm gonna be honest, Psychic would have done the same thing. Actually, Psychic would have been stronger. I think that's the biggest thing. Psychic would have been stronger. Okay, so let's see. I'm taking these three into the trick room. Mouseholds can also come in and just like faint and helping hand to ensure some KOs. Raichu is there for like moral support with fake out. Lopunny could come in again with like a faster fake out, but if I bring Lopunny in, I'm not bringing all of them. That's gonna be like the golden rule. They can function without their megas as like something different, like encore fake outs, so on and so forth. But the biggest thing is gonna be this. If I bring Lopunny, it's gonna depend on the game. If I bring Lopunny, then it's a fast-paced game where I can deal more damage than they can dish back. If I bring Audino in, it's a slow-paced game where I'm biding my time, setting myself up, and going picking up KOs from the back end. Azumarill fits both playstyles. And this is the thing, right? Like Lopunny and Audino are like the core. They each function as like the opposite half. We have like heads and then tails. So like that's how they function. Azumarill has, if I with Lopunny sets up with Lopunny, it's fake out into whatever, set up with the belly drum, and then from there you have speed priority with Aqua Jet. And then you pair it up with Raichu, who's just as fast, along with Mousehold for protection. And then if I need to, I can actually bring in Audino without the Mega to give healer to make sure like the burn doesn't stay on long enough. Then we have the Trick Room setup, where Azumarill actually plays a much better role, not just with Aqua Jet, but with Play Rough actually being much stronger and not needing as much setup, along with Diggersby doing the same thing. And then Raichu, Mousehold being like backup nuisances, and then Lopunny also doing like a bit of backup nuisance. But at this point, Lopunny is better off just doing whatever. Okay, I think I'm liking the team. I'm going to be testing out, if I bring the Trick Room setup, I will be testing out whether or not Shadow Ball is good to bring. That'll be the big thing. This setup, the Sableye is a bit of a bitch. Obviously, I can punch the shit out of it. Can you do anything to it? No, not really. You can do something to it. That'll be the big thing. You can do something to it. I think that's like the biggest thing. Actually, you can do a lot into this setup. But the Matcha Gotcha, the 2% should actually like a bit of a pain. So is a Charizard, really? Okay. I think we can set it up like that. Go for like speed control, actually. Hold up. Bit of speed control. Because if you bring out... I think this is what it's gonna be. Sableye Charizard? That's not what I was expecting, to be honest. Okay. Sableye Charizard. Fake out the Zard. Belly Drum here. Then we swap in Raichu and protect, swap in Raichu. Because you're gonna set up Reflect. This is gonna be the thing. You're gonna set up Reflect. Or you protect the Charizard, that's equally as valid. Set up the Reflect. Foul play. That's not doing much. Belly Drum there. Swap in Raichu. Protect here. This is probably not going to work the way I want it to work. I'm actually being honest with that. It's probably not working the way I want it to work. But I still threaten Charizard. That foul play might actually come back to haunt me. You know what? So here's what it's gonna be, right? If they kill off Raichu, this is gonna be the big thing. Raichu might be the sacrificial pawn here. If they kill off Raichu, I can work with this. Because you want to encore. Kill off the Raichu, please. Oh, right. Raichu lives on 1 HP. Okay. We'll do a double protect. We're hoping for the 33% chance. You protect there. Okay, what about me? I protect. Okay, so then we Thunderbolt here. Does the Encore actually hit me? It's gonna be the question. I think it does. I think the Encore hits me. Withdrew Charizard, Sinistcha. Oh, you don't have Prankster. Okay. Okay, that's fine. No Prankster, so I can basically do Psychic. Psychic there. We can basically Aqua Jet here. Kill the Sableye. Because it doesn't have Prankster for some unknown reason. If it had Prankster, it could have actually done more. And then you allow me to go into... like, save light goes down unless it protects. That's fine. I can get the paralysis off, potentially. So wait, you do have Prince? You're slower. That's what it is. You're slower than me. Paralysis, nice. A zoomer, oh. I love that. Oh, I so love that. Because you don't even get much. You only get one. I love that. A zoomer, okay. So, who would you have in the back is going to be the question. We can bring out Lopunny. We can fake out... who do we fake out? We fake out the Talonflame. Fake out the Talonflame. Aqua Jet into... actually... huh. This is actually gonna be a bit of a pain. I think we fake out Talonflame. How many turns of Sun? 1. I'm still on Encore, right? Yeah. So we can Aqua Jet. I'm not doing much damage to that. Okay, you know what? Fake out over here. Aqua is gonna Aqua Jet into the Sinistcha. Fuck. Please hit the Talonflame. Of course you didn't hit the Talonflame. Okay. I mean, that thing, that is paralyzed. You know what? Switch into Mouse Hold. Now we Aqua Jet into... huh. Actually? Okay, so you swap out something here. You probably swap out the Sinistcha for the Charizard to reset the heat. I'm banking on that, and if you don't switch out, Sinistcha dies. Brave Bird into... that's fine. I am so fine with that. Because now the Sinistcha's dead. I don't have to worry about anything remotely related to that. And now I can do, because you took damage, I can now do Helping Hand. Essentially, I got this in the bag now. I can do Helping Hand. Or do I do Faint? You know what? We do Faint into Charizard. We do Aqua Jet into Charizard. Because I feel like Charizard's going to protect. Right now, Charizard is the bigger threat. Because Talonflame can't do Gale Wings. It can't do Gale Wing shenanigans. Because it decided Brave Bird doing 70 damage. Which means I live another Brave Bird, but this Charizard most likely won't live. Protect. This is why we do Faint. Faint, break it, and then Aqua Jet gets rid of the rest of him. This is why we have Faint. This is why we have Faint. And now you do not win from this. Because we can just do this again. Feint into Aqua Jet. You cannot protect. You just eat damage. And this is why Brave Bird becomes a liability on Talonflame with the Gale Wings. Because now it no longer has, while it has power, that power doesn't mean a lot if it can't just like Oko. What'd I get here? Azumarill? Nope. Battle-wise, so now I'm a veteran. There's a Arena Master, and that's it. Oh no, I'm already at 4. So then the last one is going to be Arena Master along with the badge and 10,000 VP. Okay. All right, I'm already victorious with normal types. Yeah, I am victorious with normal types. Once more rabbits come into the game, I'm hoping they add in more within like by the time the next set comes out. Season ends in 4 days. So far, I am liking the team. The Psychic actually will come in clutch a lot more often than anything else, especially against Sneasler. Because something I could do, especially against Sneasler, is I could do 2 things. Okay. I see what we're going for here. I don't have Lightning Rod, so I have to basically knock out Belly Bolt in just a single hit. Now the question is, who do you bring? Because you're doing Belly Bolt shenanigans with Soak and what's the other move? Soak and like Parabolic Charge. Then you have Rain to... I don't know what you're doing. So it seems like it's a Diggersby kind of game. Almost seems like it's a Diggersby kind of game. Because... Okay, we'll do Aldino, Raichu, and then Azumarill. Basculesian Pelipper. Okay. Diggersby, Aldino. Drizzle. So we can effectively set up a Trick Room. We can protect here because the Basculesian is going into Diggersby most times. Pelipper is going into Aldino or setting up Tailwind. Could be setting up a Tailwind. So it could be Tailwind, Basculesian into Diggersby. It could flip turn into Aldino as well, and that'd be fine. Almost fine. Soak. Okay, that is even better. That is basically even better. Because it's, so I know what it's trying to do. So we can now send in Raichu. Actually, we can knock out the Basculesian. Do I do Trailblaze? No, I do not. We hit the Pelipper Rock Slide. Belly Bolt. Okay. So now I know what it wants to do. All right. So now we do. You know what? How much do I hate this Basculesian? I'm gonna need this high horsepower to tremendously do some damage. Although you might go down. No, you actually don't. I'm sorry, what? A 5%. Okay. Right? 5%. And you're telling me that's dumb. I miss a 5%. That's fine. All right, with this, no, not yet. We'll switch into you. What were your Pokemon? Did you're making defensive switches? Basculesian was the other one. Okay. So whoever's coming in is taking basically maximum damage. I'm losing... Yeah, I'm losing you. Okay. Actually, we can do this just fine. We can do this just fine. Actually, I gotta see something with Belly Bolt here. So you were faster than... Okay, you have to be like, you were slower than, What did I do here? Okay. Do I send out Audino? No. We do Raichu here, actually. We can do Psychic. Actually, no, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We can do Play Rough. Actually, we'll do Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet into that slot. Okay, so you made it rain, meaning he goes faster. Pelipper goes down. Did I kill the other one? I did, so you don't even have that. So I go down. Okay, no, I got this in the bag now. I have this in the bag. The only other thing I can think of, because you did just Shadow Ball. I don't... Okay. I can do this. If I'm not mistaken, I have... Even if you're probably neutral. Because I think Aldino went first. So if Aldino went first, that means Belly Bolt is faster, which means I can do Shadow Ball here, I can do Play Rough here, and I should pick up the KOs, right? I'm trying to think, was I faster or was I not? I am faster. Fuck! Okay, I know why I was faster now. Okay. Slight miscalculation. Okay. I know why I was faster now. Okay. I got it. I know what to do now. Could have had that. That would have been fine. But I know exactly where I went wrong. If I look at my Aldino, yep, 63 and 70. And that's exactly what it was. Wrong thing. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna need Brave, and then that'll put me under, because right now my speed don't matter because Aqua Jet. But yeah, I had the idea of, yes, I was faster. The issue I had, and there was one issue, and that was Aldino actually wasn't, I mean, not Aldino, Azumarill was actually a lot faster. Okay. Okay, what do I do here? Two Tailwinds. I think this is like an Azumarill sweep. This is what I'm thinking. An Azumarill sweep. Fake out. We don't even need Char. We don't even need Raichu. I mean Lopunny to be a lead. But it doesn't hurt. That's gonna be the biggest thing. It doesn't hurt. Because whatever you lead, I'm hitting the other one. Basically, if it's Whimsicott and whatever, I'm hitting whatever comes out. If it's again Corviknight, I'm hitting whatever and letting them set up to Tailwind. Once they set up a Tailwind, I can just swap out to Raichu and kind of just do my thing from there. That's gonna be the plan. Now, if you bring out something else that is also something of an issue, but whatever you bring out, as long if basically if Azumarill sets up, that is basically it. Okay. I wonder, actually. Because I don't... Lopunny can't... Not Lopunny, Azumarill can survive. Oh, that works even better. I'm glad I did it the way I did it then. Because again, works out so much better. Yeah, and then it'd just be triple axle over here. Aqua Jet over here because you are setting up a Tailwind. That is guaranteed. You withdrew Garchomp. Who do you send out? Sinistcha? That's fine. Sinistcha just takes an Aqua Jet. I'm still getting... I'm hoping KOs on both Mons. Maybe not by this turn, but by next turn I will. Definitely next turn I will. Actually, this is an even better situation because Aqua Jet into whatever slot comes out, either Garchomp or whatever else, it has to now face a powered up Azumarill, and nobody likes that. Floette. Yeah, we get to do triple act over here. I'm not going first, but then we can just Aqua Jet over here. The Floette most likely just incinerates. Because I don't think it has bulk to withstand. I'm gonna have to like check. I already made my play, but like. Oh no. I don't even need to check anymore. Yeah, it doesn't have the bulk to withstand, Oh. There goes the Matagacha. The Azumarill for the win. Yeah, and now the Garchomp comes out. It's going to get hit by basically a full-powered, Aqua Jet. Again, nobody can withstand the Aqua Jet. You let me set up. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest crime you could do against my team. Letting me set up. The biggest blunder and the biggest crime. there is like the surprise factor. Once I get higher up, because I am in like the low elos or maybe like the mid elos. Once I do get higher up, that's kind of done. Garchomp just folds. Attack. I need the triple axle to actually hit. I need to hit all 3 times and secure the KO. Lopunny, that's the second time you missed. Lopunny, second time you missed. I hate 90% moves. Like, how do you miss 2 90s in a row? 2 10%s? Like, and I lose because of that. That's the sad part. I lose because of a 90%. Oh my god. It's not even like I lose because I missed 10% of the time twice in a row. There's no way I'm pulling this shit out of my ass. Oh. Okay, no more Tailwind. Let's just Thunder Wave this shit. Make the Sinistcha just not do anything. Yeah, I lose. Do I even bother? This is why I hate, like, is it like actually 90% accurate or is it a 50-50? And that's what annoys me. I lose because a 90% move I lose because a 90% move missed twice in a row. Like, why is that a thing? I understand like moves shouldn't have accuracy. That really pissed me off right there. But you missed twice in a row? Like, at what point does that make sense? And I guess that charm was scarfed because it just kept doing protect, meaning I never had to worry about it. But that's the frustrating part. That's the actual frustrating part, because now this is the game plan right here. Because now what ends up happening is I can't rely on like the powerful 90% accuracy moves because it feels like it's a 50-50. And more often than not, I might as well just go for like Ice Punch. Less overall damage, but it hits. I think that's what really pisses me off. It's just less overall damage, but it hits versus 90, which is like a 50-50. Blow at Aerodactyl? Alright. How afraid, actually? Scratch that. I'm not really. Actually, I should have made it. Should have made it. I don't think I'm gonna get to this turn or this game, unless you go for You most likely go for Tailwind. Rock Slide. Okay, we're good. We are good here. I can work with this. I can work with this. Lopunny, please. You have been such a good girl. Please kick the bird in the face. Floet's gone. Come on. Go for the triple. There you go, the triple. And now I'm back to like a good solid 100. And this is why you tried to not let the rabbit set up. Put the rabbit set up, and you got your ass kicked by both of them. Okay, so you can do that there. We can protect here because more or less you're faking out a Azumarill because now you know how dangerous a Azumarill is. Lopunny is going to get free damage on Dragonite. That's most likely what's going to happen. There is a scenario where Sneasler doesn't fake out the Azumarill. You don't fake out the Azumarill. You Dire Claw? Close combat. This is fine. This is actually fine. Because here's the thing. You're still not faster. And you wasted... Yeah, still not faster. Fake out chance has been wasted. And now I basically win from this position. Because fake out here. Aqua Jet over here. Because even if you do have Protect, this is basically what it's going to be, right? Even if you do have Protect, come next turn, it's still going down. And Dragonite no longer has... Oh, you have Inner Focus. Huh. That actually checks out, huh? Okay. How do I go about this? Do I protect? I can do an Aqua Jet. You know what? We go aggressive here. Called it wrong. Called it wrong. Oh my god! Oh, that's fucked. The one sleep status you get? Fuck. Oh, fuck you. I got outplayed. Okay. You know, I should have realized it was a physical Dragonite because Floette well, I didn't expect the extreme speed. Okay. What am I looking at? What am I looking to bait? Okay. I think it's the same thing. I do like the setup build. I do like setting up. Kangaskhan Sableye. Okay. So we fake out the Kangaskhan. We belly drum the Azumarill. Then we protect Azumarill next turn. Encore Sableye. Because it's gonna try something funny. Kangaskhan might be fake out last resort. Or you just do fake out. Fake out the wrong mon too. Because you don't think you think you're faster. Then Encore you. Protect you. I could just be Encore and Encore, to be perfectly honest. But then that still gives me like actual coverage. Drain Punch, alright. So Sableye is on Encore. So we do this here. We do Aqua Jet over here. I should be slower. Okay, no, I called it correct. There goes Dragonite. So it's good I doubled into Kangaskhan here. Kangaskhan goes down like a bitch. And then I drain health off of Dragonite, breaking the multi-scale. And now I don't have to worry about Encore. So you're an extreme speed build. Got it. There goes Sableye again. I think it's... We can Aqua Jet the Sableye. Actually, hold up. We swap into Raichu. Aqua Jet the Sableye. Because if you do extreme speed, you're going for Lopunny. You try to get the KO there. Called it. So now we have a fake out of my own. So then we fake out over here. We can Aqua Jet over here. You probably protect, if I'm gonna be quite honest. You protect with Dragonite. Sableye gets hit with the Aqua Jet. Because otherwise, you're taking fake out for no reason. You're trying to keep multi-scale intact, but surprise, surprise, Lopunny, not Lopunny, Azumarill here eats multi-scale at this point. You live on one. You knock off. So again, you're allowing me. You are allowing me some setup here. Because now, again, we're doing Lopunny into... Like, again, we're doing Lopunny into Dragonite. We're doing Play Rough into Dragonite. If you have Protect, then that's fine. Sableye is doing nothing. It wants to go for a Fake Out again. The Glamora, so Fake Out. Flinched, couldn't move. Play Rough, takes care of the Dragonite. And with that, you're down to a Glamora and a Sableye. The Glamora possibly does nothing. Because even if you Mega and do like whatever, Sableye is doing nothing. Because like no matter what you Fake Out, it is going down. And then you basically don't know my last mon, which is Mousehold, which could do something actually. It could do something. Actually, it has Feint, so it could break through, basically break through Glamora. Even if it does like spiky shield and whatnot, it could still break through the shield and say, screw your entire existence. Okay, what do I do here? Okay. They do right to Lopunny. Azumarill is gonna be in the back. And then we can possibly do an Audino. And just have it as like a bit of backup. I'm thinking like a bit of backup, but Mouseholds can also just help and reduce damage overall. If nothing else gets picked, Mousehold gets picked, and then I'm stuck with that. How afraid of status conditions am I? I don't think I'm that much afraid of status conditions. We do it this way. Because what's going to happen is one of two things happen. If you bring Venusaur, Scizor, Venusaur. Okay. So, here's what's happening. How afraid of Scizor am I, to be honest? We can go into here. We can Fake Out. Drain Punch is just effective on Scizor. Fake out the Scizor. Tyranitar. Oh, I am punching the shit out of that thing. So Psychic does nothing, which is fine. Okay. So then we can just Thunderbolt you. Again, we're knocking out Tyranitar. Because even if you Bullet Punch me, Drain Punch. Close combat. I'm seeing a close combat. Dual Wing Beat. Alright. Okay. Okay. So again, we're gonna Thunderbolt over here. We're gonna Belly Drum here because I don't think you probably do have Bullet Punch, but it shouldn't do much. You know, I could have just doubled into Scizor. This is fine. This is fine. Because the only thing Tyranitar does is Rock Slide. Yeah. Raichu avoids. Okay. That's fine. No flinch. Belly Drum. So then I knock out the... You probably bring out Venusaur. If I were to guess, Gyarados for the Intimidate. Bring the, okay. So this is going over there. This is going over there. Knock out Tyranitar. We knock out Gyarados. How are you faster? I don't understand speeds at this point. Like, there's no way Gyarados is just that much faster. Like, I don't... Oh my god. Okay. Now we're down to 2-2. I have to paralyze. I'm paralyzing Venusaur first. The biggest thing is this. What is going to do the most damage? It's not going to be Aqua Jet. It is certainly not Aqua Jet. You're scarfed. That's exactly what it is. You are scarfed. Okay. This is my only saving grace right now. My only saving grace. If this doesn't kill Venusaur, I lose. Can we stop with these 90 accuracy moves? This is the infuriating part. I can do everything in the world, but I lose to a 10%. Like, I lose to a 10%. Like, there is no way you just, like, out of 9 coins, you flipped 1 tails and said, poof. That was beyond annoying. What do you start off with? I need Venusaur dead. I can basically do that. We can do a Zoomeroo Mousehold, because this will take care of the entire, like, cast. Because if I do Diggersby, it dies to Venusaur. Charizard, okay. And my soul is in Charizard. That's gonna be the question. Because I'm pretty sure Typhlosion does Eruption. Charizard is the Mega Evolving to ensure the Eruption does tremendous damage. Do I kill Charizard? Do I outspeed Charizard? I do. Because I don't get the KO. Which means that Heat Wave is coming and it's going to do tremendous damage. Okay. Protect here. I don't think I have a choice. If I can punch the Typhlosion, I punch the Typhlosion. And this is the dumb part. This is the absolute dumb part. So yeah, now I have to go for like the Aqua Jet into the Typhlosion. Save the Fake Out. Will this work? It should. You are weak enough where power shouldn't matter. I am taking very little damage. It works. Okay. How much more damage can I eat? That is fine. I am fine with this because I am now able to knock out everything. Worth the risk. Now, Raichu, this turn, Raichu does not die, but this turn, everything else will. Because my Milotic can't do much damage. Fake Out there, I don't care how much damage it does. Aqua Jet here, it should pick up the KO. It should also pick up the KO against Charizard. So I can protect, and I can pick up a KO somewhere. There goes the Venusaur. Okay, I'm going to need a miracle here. Because Raichu isn't gonna like do much of anything. I'm gonna need like a big miracle here. And you just hit. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to bank on this happening. You switch out my Milotic for Charizard because Venusaur can do damage. I am banking on this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. I'll be lucky if it works. gonna be the big thing. I'll be lucky if it works. I don't think this works. Okay, we'll protect here, see if we can't stall out the sun. But I don't think this works the way I want it to work. Because I don't think I can stall out the sun for that long. I'm gonna have to hope this Aqua Jet. I'm assuming they're gonna do like maybe 20% damage. More than I expected, but yeah, it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. It did 29% damage. I needed 4 more damage from somewhere. Oh. Fuck. Gotta go climb back up again. I see a potential Trick Room with Blastoise. And I see everything fast. The most threatening thing here is Blastoise and Sneasler. Those are the most threatening. Basculesian, I'm not super afraid of. Lopunny, Azumarill, Raichu, and Mousehold. Because Diggerby's not going to be good in this matchup. Audino is iffy. Alright. Blastoise, Sinistcha. Alright. This is fine. Because if Blastoise does fake out, this is the big thing, right? If Blastoise does fake out and fakes out the wrong Mon, then that means Azumarill has basically a free kill. Because you want Trick Room as much as possible. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Because now we just encore you. Go for the belly drum again. Go for that fake out again. Congratulations, switch. Because again, you're going for the Trick Room. Again, I'm slower. This is gonna be the big thing. I'm slower. And that's another way of beating certain Trick Room teams. Taunting them, not even taunting, ensuring that they're stuck with one thing. Then I can switch out into Raichu, play rough over here, you switch Blastoise out for T-Tar. Raichu, go. Flavor up with the Sinistcha, it dies. And now I can easily wait out Trick Room. Because one of two things is going to happen. We can fake out here. We can protect here. Because even if you do fake out, which you're going to do, you missed. I could have just gone for Aqua Jet. No, fake out still would have worked. That's fine. You allow me another fake out. And this is gonna be like the ongoing issue. You allow me another fake out. And this time I get rid of the because we get rid of that. We can do you. I have no items. Do you protect? You know what? I double into the Blastoise here. Azumarill, please! Always missing. It always misses. Okay. This is gonna be annoying. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it like this. I'm gonna have to do it like this. Because I don't think Blastoise has the defenses to withstand. Oh, you do. Oh, that's rather annoying. I mean, you're still going for a water spot, right? Nope. This is the annoying part of the game. Like, these 90%, it's a 90% accurate move. And it feels like it's a 10% accurate move. How do I miss 4 very crucial hits? How do I miss 4? This is the annoying part. Like, this is why I want 100% accurate moves, but I can't get those. And like, here's the thing, right? It's beyond frustrating when you see a 90% accurate move fail 100% of the time, or fail 90% of the time, or fail 50% of the time. All right, who's your Trick Room here? I think it's Espeon. Alright, Umbreon is bulky and annoying. Bring in Raichu, Azumarill, Lopunny in the back, and then who can you deal with? You can deal with the Venusaur, and that's about it. Mousehold. Has anybody? I've seen Flats who has these same issues where if it's not 100% accurate, don't use. How many other people have had issues where they missed like the 90% that they missed? Okay. So, I know exactly how this is gonna play out. So, we fake out the Pikachu, then we belly drum. Because even if you hit with the water spout, Dark Pulse, even better. I live those. We'll do up Protect here. And then Aqua Jet into the Pikachu. Just in case it has Sash. Oh no, wait, I hit Fake Out. Durr. I'm dumb. Alright, do I double into the Blastoise? Umbreon. That's... You know what? Do that into there. This Umbreon goes down here, because I believe it's... No, it's faster. Umbreon's faster. Let me see. Snarl. Toxic or Thunder Wave, most likely Toxic. A healing move. Most likely Moonlight or Wish. That is fine. Snarl. Okay. That is fine. Raichu did his job. Special attack on me doesn't matter. And you just go down because you can't take a +6. I've used Umbreon for so long, I know exactly how it works. Honestly, I wish the Mega Stone actually gets used up instead of just like it being a held item. So that way I can give Lopunny Acrobatics. Because to me, that Acrobatics is like the very point of it. Like, I want to be able to use Acrobatics, but I can't use it because even if I use the stone, it still counts as me using the stone. It still counts as me holding the stone. Otherwise, I would have so given Acrobatics to Lopunny. I win. The biggest thing is like, okay, so my team likes control. It likes asserting control. Like, you're playing not to your strengths, but you're playing to mine. I wanted to make it up to like the 1600s and then like keep climbing. I'm gonna play this offline, off stream and whatnot. It's just I wanted that to be a thing. Okay. I have to check Samurai. Does it get It has, okay, does it get, it gets superpower. Actually, grass knot. Okay, it doesn't get anything that'll actually threaten a Zoomerl. So we can do this, because then you can threaten Lopunny. That's the biggest thing. You can threaten the Lopunny. Raichu for possibly the Charizard. Mousehold. I can easily bring in Audino or maybe Diggersby. But I think this is basically this is the core. And then Audino is like the other core. Basically there's two cores. People call it modes. It's like two modes, and the two other mons are like just complete opposite mode. Tyranitar. Okay. This is fine. So we can fake out over here. We can belly drum here. I made a mistake. I have an issue with the game where I'm clicking too fast, and the game doesn't register it, or like the menuing doesn't work to my advantage that much. Yeah, the good thing I was faking out the that thing. Like, I don't want that thing moving. Because here's the thing, right? They have to understand, like, everything on the field. What is a threat to me? What is a threat to them? What's a threat to them? Basically, this thing is dead here. This thing is dead over here. Heliolisk dies to a Drain Punch, and then Tyranitar is going down to an Aqua Jet, a +6 Aqua Jet. So now goes down like a sack of bricks. You go down like a lizard without a tail. Doesn't make sense, but you know, still. And then as we move forward, it doesn't. I wish people were here. Oh well. Okay. So we have that, and then Samurott. So Samurott can Sucker Punch. Sterilage, honestly, could just like double protect. Could realistically just could double protect. I don't know if Sucker Punch. There goes a protect. Do you Sucker Punch? No, we can get Drain Punch to non-existence. Good to know. This is why I prefer Drain Punch over like Triple Axle and Play Rough. I might switch out Play Rough for another move. And I think that's what it is. If I can find another like 100 accurate move, then I will do that. I can also, no, well, another move I can do is, honestly, Quick Attack on, I don't know if it gets it. I do not know if it gets it. Most likely do, because like every Pokemon, oh, you don't get Quick Attack. That is rough. Could do knockoff actually. it'll be like a 90 something power. Could hit a. That is actually something. And then a brutal swing on a +6. What resists you? Okay. Okay, I gotta see something. What resists dark? So dark does have to fighting, half to dark, and then half to fairy. Fairy does have to what? Fire and fighting and steel. You know, the thing about normal is like it's neutral to everything except for rock and steel, which is funny as shit. What do people use with the normal? Yeah, they use to play rough because it's like it is damage. People could also do. I could do liquidation. I could do superpower. That'd be funny. I could do ice spinner. That's also fun. No, people do actually do knockoff. Okay. Again, it's just kind of funny. Kind of funny. I like it. Like play rough. I mean, how much of dragon am I afraid of? Loppy actually handles dragons. Loppy handles a lot of things, and then the fighting goes down to basically an aqua jet. So I can actually change this out for something else. Like I could change it out for an ice spinner to get rid of potentially flying types. To do a bounce. A bounce is funny. I can also do trailblaze. That's even funnier. And this is the funniest thing of all. Huh. I can also do a body slam. There's a lot that says like double edge if I want to blow something up. Honestly, I think I'll do knockoff. Because at the very least, it gains more power. Because everything is going to be holding some type of item. Oh, give me a new Pokemon, huh? Let's do so. God damn it. This is the problem when you're free to play. Alright. I gotta see who's on timer. Like, the problem with free to play is the fact that I only have, I believe, 50 box spaces. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, 50 box spaces. Okay, those two gotta go. Let's get rid of the Hydreigon. Okay, these two gotta go. The Hydreigon gotta go. Let's get rid of like. I'm gonna keep Garbodor. At some point, I'm going to form a team around Garbodor. Because it's a funny Pokemon, but I have a story with Garbodor. It is a funny story. I think that this was back when Trubbish was first released. Dragon the Anxious. So yeah, this was like, okay, so the story goes like this, right? Back when Trubbish was first introduced, I would have to figure out when that was. But yeah, when it was first introduced, we were all, I believe, I was training and my cousin was shiny hunting. And he was, I forgot what shiny he was looking for, but he hated Trubbish. Like, just absolutely hated Trubbish. What's this rocket do? Oh, so I could just do like a head smash. And not do anything. I could do a flare blitz, not taking damage. And these are what, 90, 80 oh, this is 100. Ooh. What? Here's the user of being, okay. But yeah, so I told him about the shiny hunting. What if you find a shiny Trubbish? He was like, hell no. And so we proceeded to like play the day, and as I'm just like grinding out for bullshit, just to like get my Pokemon up to certain level, I find a shiny Trubbish. I believe it's in one of the games. I don't know which one. I would have to sift through everything. Or it's in Pokemon Home and my brother has it. I don't know which one. Oh, I gotta pick one of these. I don't need an Umbreon. We can... we'll do this. And so, yeah, I caught a shiny Trubbish. And that, if I bring that Pokemon here, I am going to have to train it, Garbodor, to train it up and do other things. I don't know. What, do I need to go up more? I do need to go up more. I want to hit 1600. Okay, so I am weak to dark moves, unfortunately, and I think that's like prevalent in every game. Okay. Okay. I see what the Raichu's trying to do. Okay, so we do this. I don't think I bring my Raichu. Actually, I know one other setup I can do. It is a funny setup. I can basically go Trick Room. Actually, we can bring a Digger's Beam. You have two water types. We'll go safe here. We'll go safe here. I want to do like an Aldino game. I really do. At some point, I want to do an Aldino game and actually make it work again. Since our Raichu and Bitch. Okay. So. We do this here. I want to do Belly Drum. What does Raichu do? We protect here. We protect because Protean is going to probably do like Flower Trick. And I need... Basically, if I get Raichu off the field, Electro web. That's even worse. Okay. Okay, it's a good thing I actually did what I did. Okay. Let's go. We can do our Raichu, actually. I don't think Mouse Hold actually makes much of a difference here. Okay. I'm actually going to do Triple Axle over here. We Aqua Jet into this Raichu. I'm going to lose the Azumarill. That's a guarantee. You have Encore. And you're... Okay. So yeah, I lose the Azumarill regardless. Okay. Okay. So we're bringing Raichu. Swap into Mouse Hold. We can fake out. I'm not worried. We can fake out again the Flower Trigger. I'll take the Electro Web. That's fine. I lose more speed. Okay, what am I doing here? I can do a Feint. Feint into Raichu. Psychic into this slot over here. Oh my god. This is getting annoying now. This is exactly what I do. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so we can... We'll Feint again. I did not want to attack. I'm gonna struggle. I'm gonna struggle and do nothing. I really just didn't want to attack. There should really be like an "Are you sure?" type of screen. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna fake out over here. Feint over here. Oh, you knock it out, so I don't even lose speed. That's great. Frost Blast. Okay, that's fine. We can Feint over here. We're going to Drain Punch over here. Low Kick does nothing. Your best bet is Flower Trick. Feint's not... If Feint KOs, that is fine. I doubt it. I don't have Protect, unfortunately. So I have to Feint over here. 10%, not much. I am faster. You're bulky, I lose. You are bulky, I lose. Oh, you wanted to ensure my loss. Okay. The frozen was just like a big old middle finger. God damn it. Okay. Nothing I could do about the Lopunny being hit by Encore. I could have done something with the Raichu being hit by Encore. Alright, I faced this team before. Maybe my leads are becoming... It could just be that, right? My leads are like very obvious. Are they obvious, actually? Okay, can I do Mega Audino here? If I do Mega Audino, I have Ice and I have... Okay, I have coverage into Glamora and I have coverage into... I also have coverage in the Garchomp with Audino, and I also have some coverage into Basculesian. Does everybody else have coverage into everybody else? Azumarill, if set up, has coverage into Charizard. Can basically... So does... You know what? Against my better judgment... Actually... Because I want to win. Because I know this team will actually... These four will actually take care of most of them. Weebow, Whimsicott. That is fine. That is fine. Fake out the Weavile. Belly Drum. You know what it is? I no longer have the damage I thought I did. Oh, it could have been bulky. I don't know. I'm thinking about that cross last. It could either A, it's bulky, or B, I don't have the damage I think I did. Or I thought I did. That's fine. Keep up the tailwinds. You keep up those tailwinds. Actually, I forgot I had knockoff, so actually knockoff would have actually done something. Okay. So I'm gonna scale back Lopunny, bring in Raichu. What's going on with the communication here? Hello? Earth to gain? Did you disconnect? I didn't. Okay, cool. So, again, we switch out to Raichu. Aqua Jet to Weavile. Because even though you set up a Tailwind, I'm playing basically footsies around here. I'm playing control. Fake out, fake out, fake out, Aqua Jet. Weavile goes down because it's no longer fast unless it has like a fast or priority move. There goes the communication bullshit again. I feel like I went half and half in my games. I'm gonna take a look back at some point to see that it's like half and half. You tried encoring me. You tried encoring the... Well, that's the problem. You tried encoring me. I fell for that once before. Look at these two happy little... Actually, three. These three happy little mons with, like, the adorable faces that says, I'm going to murder you. Come on, this is getting annoying now. Like, actually getting annoying. There we go. About freaking time. We can fake out over here. Again, we aqua jet into this slot. Doesn't matter if I take a little bit of damage. Give me a moment. There it goes. Do this again. Yes, thank you, please. Chariot 1? Oh. Probably the, no, I'm thinking you're welcome. Okay, back in good standing. Alright, I want to make, I want to do a Zoomeru and, not a Zoomeru, Aldino game. I want to see how I can, how Aldino actually works with a Zoomer having, knockoff versus, huh. Do you think I could do this actually? Like, I know I can do it with like, you know what? We'll go this. We're gonna keep doing this, and then next game, because I want to stay within the 1500 mark. So we'll do it like this. I'm not threatened by intimidate or fake out, so I can basically get away with murder. Because I think everybody just doesn't know what I want to do. And I think that's the biggest key difference here. No one knows what I want to do. So Garchomp is either doing A, Earthquake, B, Rock Slide, C, Scale Shot. Those are the three options I'm seeing here. Basculesion is doing nothing. is basically going down like a sack of bricks. I just want one good Aldino game. Dragon Claw. Okay, you're faster. Okay, so if you're Dragon, well, okay, that works. That works more in my favor than I initially thought. So now we can effectively Drain Punch here. We can Aqua Jet over here because you're locked into Dragon Claw. And this should take you... Oh, that's not good. You know, why did I think you were faster? Last respects does nothing. Okay, no. This works more in my favor. So I can do that over there. I can do the Aqua Jet over here. Still be fine. Lopunny stays alive long enough to get anything done. And I take out both Mons at the cost of nothing. So like Aqua Jet over here. This is fine. Because no matter what, whoever comes out is taking the full brunt of Aqua Jet. Basculegion is basically going to go down. Even if you have Charizard, I believe it goes down. It could be a bulky Charizard, but it should go down. But again, whatever comes into that slot, unless it resists. Okay. You know what? Okay. Okay. One of two things happen here. I don't think Azumarill lives this. Oh no, wait, hold up. I'm thinking Rain. Why am I thinking? Okay. I'm thinking Rain. No, he goes Sun. If nothing else, Basculegion still dies. Charizard may die. If you're a bulky Charizard, I kill through. You're not bulky, which means I took out both Mons without incurring the wrath. And now you're stuck with one last Mon while I still have 4. I was thinking Rain, like if he Mega Evolves, if he Megas, then Rain comes out and like my brain just like shut off. Okay. Hydreigon. I could do Drain Punch. And I can probably, well, actually none of them matter. Okay. So we'll just do Aqua Jet. Because no matter what, one of these is basically doing something. And then whatever comes out, whoever you attack, yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Because what's gonna happen is Raichu comes out, hits you with the the old fake out, and then you get hit by an aqua jet. Because if you're, well, you're not stuck using whatever, but you aren't living an aqua jet fake out. I also, well, actually I could not have used knockoff because I'm slower. And then this just knocks you into like the rest of that range. And now I solidified my, by at least one game, I solidified my position. Ooh, 18? Wow. Okay. We're gonna make this an ordinal game. No matter what, this is gonna be an ordinal game, even if it's an uphill struggle. And then from there, we shall be done. Get ready to battle the trainer. I think, is that a bot? Huh. Okay, I'm... what do I do here? Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I do here. I really, really don't. Actually, I think I have the idea. I think I have the idea. I have to see your lead. Okay. Hip, I gotta check on Steelix and Hippowdon. Check out the speed stats. Okay, so they're slower. Actually, no, they're not hindering. Middling, so I'm faster actually. I could do an ice beam over here. I'm going to make the assumption I can do belly drum. This is going to be the assumption of I can do belly drum. Did I didn't evolve, did I? I didn't mega. I didn't mega. Okay, that works for me. Okay, so the Hippowdon, I am maybe slower. Hippowdon, I am maybe slower. So Earthquake. Okay. Actually, gotta check on Mega Steelix right now. Okay. Actually, I could do Light Dew here. I don't think you put anything into speed. No, so I can basically do Light Dew. Super effective into both. What is Steelix defense? Through the fucking roof. Okay. It's through, like, the goddamn roof. And this is going to be the question. The question is, do I one-shot? That wasn't even sturdy. Okay. Okay. No, I'm good here. I'm actually good. Because now I can go Diggersby. I can still effectively do Ice Beam. What is Gudra's speed? That's gonna be another question, right? I know I'm checking speeds now. Okay. So Gudra is faster. So Gudra is faster, so I'm going to go with this and Rock Slide. No, we'll go with high horsepower. And even if my speed gets lowered, that's fine. So Gudra goes down. This Ice Beam wasn't gonna matter. I have to heal the Aldino. Sinister. That's actually gonna be a bit of a problem. Okay. Sinister is a bit of a problem, but how much of a problem? Like, can Aldino actually withstand it? Actually, is Aldino fast? No. It can withstand it. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So Aldino isn't faster, but Diggersby is. And I think that's gonna make all the difference. Because now Hippowdon comes out. I can swap into Raichu. I can Trailblaze or I can Protect. I can also Rock Slide and hope for like a flinch. This is the thing with Diggersby, right? It's such a bitch to take out. Okay. Alright, Rock Slide. That's fine. I have nothing really like super effective against the against Sinistra, that I think I have to. I may have to just double into this and hope this works. This doesn't work. Oh my god, it doesn't work. And the monster got to hit both. I lose. Ah, okay. Okay, I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, like screw the Trailblaze, because the water type isn't the problem. Aldino isn't. Basically, Aldino isn't like. It did good. I'm not gonna say it did bad, but I need that coverage. That's gonna be the problem. That's gonna be it. I need that coverage. So the Trailblaze wasn't it. It is gonna be Fire Punch. Is there another move I can go into that breaks down grass? There's also Ice Punch. Okay. In terms of like what does what to who? Fire Punch hits what? Fire, grass, ice, bug, steel. I already hit steel with high horsepower. Ice hits grass, flying, ground, like a pure ground type. We'll go ice. And then we'll take off Ice Beam from Audino and give her what do we give Audino? At some point I did want Psychic, but I'm really rethinking that. We're keeping Shadow Ball because that's actually funny. We could give it a fire move, if I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, we'll give it a fire move. Do I care? Do I gamble on the 85 or the 100? I'm gonna gamble on the 85. Because I think I can get him on the 85, and then we'll do one more Audino game because I want the win on Audino. I really do want this win on Audino. And yeah, I think this is like the better change because even if Sinistra actually, basically, if I can just punch the Sinistra out of existence, then that gives me like the coverage needed. Okay. Okay. We could do Trick Room actually. We could do a Trick Room. I don't think that's gonna be necessary. Actually, the only Pokemon that's actually going to give me trouble here is going to be the... Yeah. We can do this. Is this the team I want to go with? Your Mega is going to be Venusaur. You go down. You would go down. I don't have a fairy move, do I? No, I do not. Son of a bitch. Well, I'm gonna have to figure something out again. Oh wait, have Raichu's Psychic. Okay. Alright, this is fine. We fake out here. We belly drum. We fake out, we belly drum. You're going to mega. You're probably going to either protect or try to go for an attack. There we go, protect. You're going to set up a trick room. Alright, cool. So Encore won't work, right? Because I'm the fastest, I go slower. I can switch in this. I can knock off this because I should go first. Like, I should go first. Alright, knock off the mental herb, did damage. Sludge bomb. Okay. So now I just wait out the trick rooms. Okay, because I can fake out here. Fuck! I actually forgot about that thing. I literally forgot about that thing. Wait. Wait. Ugh. Okay. Okay, 2 turns for Trick Room. Who's in my back? Lopunny. Protect here. Faint here, do as much damage as we possibly can, reduce the power of eruption. I don't think I win this. I'm gonna be under the assumption I do not win this. Because I allowed Trick Room to get set up, and I've allowed... Okay. Torko is the big threat here. So we can do that. We can then do Psychic over here. Because... So basically, because the sun's in the way, you're the fast... Well, no, not anymore. There we go, protect. Fake out hits to protect. You Sludge Bomb. And then I get Psychic. And now what? You are no longer fast. Actually, I could win this. I know how to win this. Because I am faster now. Because you're not chlorophylled. Because you're not chlorophylled, I am faster. And I can basically encore. Do your protect. Then, okay, who do you have in the back? Who would you have in the back? Okay. So we will drain punch over here. Be psychic over here. So you're keeping in Torko. Psychic over here. Venusaur goes down. So glad I have this right too. Like I needed this coverage so bad. Sunlight faded, so now you don't have the power you need, and you can't switch out, so you're not getting that power again. Tauros. Okay. This is gonna be... This is gonna be, I could do either Psychic or Thunderbolt. Honestly, what move is stronger? Doesn't matter. Okay. We'll do Thunderbolt. I don't think I'm faster. I forgot you were still using Protect. Aqua Jet. Okay. That actually put me in a very bad position. I'm in the worst position I can be in. Okay. I don't think I win this. Because if I encore over here, you hit me with close combat. You know what? I'm going to make the assumption that Aqua Jet is weaker and that your Eruption does nothing. Flamethrower. Okay. Because if you do close combat, I'm gonna need to do like enough damage to out-heal everything. I'm not out-healing anything. I lose. Oh, I definitely lose. Okay. There's no point. No point. Oh, that's annoying. I made one bad play and didn't protect with Raichu. All right, last game, and it's gonna be we're making this Aldino, and that's it. I will have to figure out who I pair with Aldino, because I do have to cook me some food. Cook me some food, possibly go to the store, most likely go to the store. Oh, this is definitely a Trick Room team. Most definitely a Trick Room team. Okay. Okay, actually, hold up. You have Ice Punch, high horsepower. Okay. So Farafaric is faster. So if I can get a Fire Blast off, that's gonna be the that's gonna be the best thing ever. If I can get a Fire Blast off, then a high horsepower, then I'm set up. Farafaric Torkoil. Another thing I can do actually okay. I'm hoping 85 accuracy. Please hit. I just need one solid hit. Because I know you're going for Protect. You're going for Trick Room. Thank you. You lived that? Oh, that's fucking annoying. Okay. Do you have Imprison? Helping Hand. Okay. Aldino livesies. It's not very... well, yeah, it livesies. So, with it living it gives me... It gives me room to breathe. Okay. Are you faster? Is the question. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm fine with this. I am perfectly fine with this. You allow me a turn to reset. Like, I was allowed a turn to reset. So now I can go, hopefully Fire Blast hits. If it doesn't, then we're dead here. But Diggersby can actually take out Torko now, because you don't have Trick Room. Because your one trick has been thwarted by Aldino. Take another Fire Blast to the dome. And we picked up 2 KOs. Okay, so Farafaric is like especially bulky. And now you don't have a way of setting Trick Room. And you're reliant on me. Okay, so. I'm faster than Sinistra. I could do Shadow Ball over here and nothing over there. I could do Fire Blast here. I think I would do Life Dew, actually. And then we can do an Ice Punch over here. You're faster? Oh, that's a bitch. And I'm burned. That could have done so much. Okay. I'm at 1. Oh, I didn't know you were faster. This is the annoying part. I don't know if they're faster or not. Okay. Okay. I know how exactly I'm going to do this. So I know they're faster. This is the annoying part that I hate. Thank you for that. I love you for that. Thank you for that. Okay. So, I can do life do actually, because I think Audino is going to die. So if I can get the Sinistra, this is gonna be the big thing right here. If I get the Sinistra right here, Raichu's not gonna do it, but Audino can. I am guaranteed. I am guaranteed to get the Sinistra. I was guaranteed to get the Sinistra. Okay. So, we can do knockoff here. I don't think Raichu is doing much of anything. It's probably just going down, if I'm gonna be honest. The knockoff needs to do something. Can I worm my way back out of this? I fucking hate Sylveon. No, I can't. Because of the fucking protect. This helps so much. Paralyze? No paralyze. Okay. Okay. So I can now do this, be fine. The knockoff may not kill, but it could. I'm hoping. Okay. $103. Okay. Okay. If this is 103, we have one turn of Trick Room. Raichu, please double protect. I need this double protect. That double protect was phenomenal. Thank you. We clutched those out. That was literally a gamble I had to bank on. I had to bank on a gamble. And yeah, we are done here. I'm glad we won. We got it on a win with Mega Audino. Did a phenomenal job of keeping Trick Room up for as long as possible. Azumarill without the belly drum, great, took a KO. Raichu took a hit to the chin like a champ. And yeah, I was gonna win. There was no doubt I was gonna win. Because basically I do Aqua Jet and something else. It possibly lives, but it has to go for a quick attack in which I can still... Honestly, I actually could have lost that one. But it had to go for the basically Hyper Voice, and it had to like go for a quick attack after it could have still won. They could have, but after like the double protect, I can kind of just like worm my way out of things. And even then, I probably still would have lost to the Hyper Voice because of basically because of like it becomes a single damaging move, but then you don't want a chance to quick attack because basically the lower attack of I mean, again, still guaranteed to probably KO me, but at that point it's like, what do, right? Because I got the double protect, meaning even if a hyper voices, I lived that with like what 102 HP. Actually, I still had citrus, so yeah, it was going to lose. My bad. I misread that. I had citrus, so I was gonna go down to, let's say, whatever HP. It quick attacks, it doesn't get the KO. I Aqua Jet, I get the KO. So yeah, regardless, I actually still would have won. And the only thing that saved me, funny enough, the double protect. That is what saved me. That saves me more often than not, banking on a double protect. So we're done here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Even if you came in for just a moment to watch, we weren't playing anything like meta crazy. We were playing Lopunny. We were playing Mega Audino. Now I think like a mixed offensive like a mixed Audino, like support offense Audino is actually like, for now, until we get more things, for now the way to play Audino, I could be wrong, you could probably play as like a full support with other mons, but because I'm playing strictly with rabbits and rodents, I don't have that option. So I need Audino to actually commit a little bit of damage to the board. Otherwise, I could have it play like Mousehold with Helping Hand and a bunch of disruptions. But I needed it to just do like a little bit of damage, even if it's chip damage. A little bit of damage goes a long way into letting a powerhouse take the KO. That Fire Blast allowed Azumarill to KO the Sinistcha. That Fire Blast took out the Farafrig and allowed everything else to go wrong for them. Living the Helping Hand Eruption, living that, and allows the Trick Room to go off to reverse the Trick Room. So I don't think it's the worst Mega. Yeah, it doesn't get a very good ability, but it also does because it allows your team to actually, like, especially like your physical attackers, if you're mostly physical attackers, to get out of paralysis, to get out of burn, to get out of sleep, out of frozen. 50% chance is not bad. Maybe it was bad before, but I don't think it's bad now. Now, once we get more rodents and I can see what changes that needs to be made. If I get more rabbits, then we can like do more. but right now there's not enough rabbits to fill up the core. To fill up like a balanced core. So me running basically what? Let me go to like the actual team sheet. Not the battlefield order, we're done with that. Replica teams. Like, I'm not gonna share this. I'm just gonna like look at the details. Like, yeah. The fact that looking at my team, I'm essentially playing with like 4 normal types. One that becomes a fighting, one that is a ground, one that becomes a fairy. I could give it Dazzling Gleam, and I think I should in place of like probably Fire Blast, if nothing else, just to give it coverage against dragons that isn't just Diggersby, but also against like other fighting types, because that is like, that could be a core issue, even though Raichu can take it out. But yeah, I'm running like, except for the only 2 that aren't normal are Raichu and Azumarill, and that's about it. I do like Knockoff though. Knockoff actually becomes a plenty more powerful. But yeah, I've enjoyed this. I hope you did too, and I shall see you all Monday. Monday we're going back to retro games, and we're gonna keep up this format. So I need to be more active in promoting my channel and promoting my streams, because I'm bad at that. So we'll keep that there, and I shall see you all later. Have a good one. See you all later, and have fun. If nothing else, have fun with the mons you can play with, and actually like let your expression, your team expression, actually shine. Figure out where you need to go, what you need to do, and it will come. It took me a long time to come up with this team. It's been working for me. It sometimes fails, but that's because I have to really read what I need to do. Other time it succeeds because no one knows what my team does. They just know, oh, that Lopunny is a threat, without realizing why it's a threat. That being said, yeah, see you all later.